Aqua blue water is all I see. We've got Mel from Hawaii. We
Wow.
have got Mel the Hawaiian Peacock is in the house today. Mel, hello, buddy. How you doing, man?
Brother Ron, it's nice to be here, man. What a honor. Thank you, brother.
Hey, man. I appreciate you coming on. Mel has been awesome. He's been excited to come on, and I'm super happy that Mel has decided to come on. And yeah, let's get going with it. We're gonna have a great chat like we always do. We're gonna have great mods like we always do, and we've got some questions for Mel, and then
Right
we've got
on.
some, and same within the chat. If you pop into the chat and you wanna ask Mel some questions, the Hawaiian Peacock, then please help yourself and ask away. So kind
Nice
of let.
intro.
Oh,
Nice
thank
intro,
you,
by the way.
thank you. That was kind of a spur of the moment. You know,
Freestyle too. I like the freestyle.
you've got such a great intro, man. It's one of my favorites for sure.
Oh, thanks, brother. I know it's kind
Okay,
of catchy.
it's totally catchy. Where did you
I
find it?
I had no idea. It's just one of my, I have like being from Hawaii, I listen to a lot of island music slash reggae, and it's just part of our culture, right? So it's just a band called Loved Ones that
Yeah.
I've always been fond of, and I actually have a cousin who does like there's a woman that's singing, it's a duet,
Uh
and
huh.
so she actually is singing in the actual song. So it's just a favorite song of mine, like just supporting the whole Polynesian movement with music and whatnot. So yeah, it's a
Cool.
really catchy tune out. And I didn't know it was going to be, but it ended up being like a smash.
Yeah, man.
It's catchy.
So who do
That
we got in
aqua.
the chat here today? We've got Cameron learning to fish keep, Lisa's fishbowl, Candy Overhauls was here, SC Fish Keeping, Mile High Plecos, yo. Mile High Plecos. There's an unboxing video that Otter Creek has done that is in my watch later library. I haven't had a chance, but I will get to it. SC Fish Keeping is here. Sim Racing 604 is here. Dan Slee, Anthony, the Long Island Fish Guy, K-Town Reefer is here. Matt's Monster Fish. Hello, Matt. How you doing? Mandy, my Hectic Life Pets. And we will follow the chat and see who else comes in as we go. So,
Ah,
Mel, you are from Hawaii.
yes, sir.
Let's hear a little bit of background. You're from Hawaii. When did you
Okay,
move over to
so
Sacramento?
I moved to the mainland when I was about 7, 8 years old. So
Okay.
we're looking at like late 70s. So
Okay.
so I moved to the mainland. We moved to Southern California. So I did majority of my growing up in Southern California,
Okay.
and yeah, just been here in ever since. And then moved to Northern California like in 2001,
Yeah.
and been here ever since. So it's something that I still have family in Southern California. I got a ton of family back home in Hawaii that I try to go visit like every other year, but it's just so hard now with the little ones and whatnot. And then of
Which
course
island is that?
Oahu. I
Oahu.
have
Nice.
that's where I'm originally from, Oahu on the North Shore, and then I got family on Maui on the Big Island. So we're kind of scattered, kind of a real big family. So it's nice to go back home and have a place to stay, though. That's for sure.
That's awesome,
That's
man.
for sure.
For sure, Hawaii is my favorite place in the world. I know I've said it lots of times, but I can't get enough of Hawaii, man.
Yeah, I know. I get jealous every time you're like booking you and wife. You're like, "Hey, we're out of here. We're going to Hawaii." I'm like, "That sucks, man. I hate you guys. I hate you guys." Hey, by the way,
Yeah.
congratulations, man. Congratulations on the success of the channel too. By the way, man.
Oh, thanks,
That's
man.
awesome, man. I've been, watching you for some time now, and like to see you like grow, and then like 2019 hit, and you just came like bop, 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 like just punching, and I'm like, whoa, man, and yeah, I just wanted to say congratulations on the success, bro.
Well, thanks, man. I really
It's awesome.
appreciate that. I just
Yeah.
kind of just doing what I enjoy doing and having great people like you on, and that's what I'm doing, having fun. So I'm going to keep doing that. I just
Heck,
want to say
man.
hello to Giovanni DeSantis. That's my cousin. He has just joined in the chat as well. I will see you tomorrow, my cousin.
Giovanni.
That's my middle name too, both named after our nano,
Mm.
because we're Italian background. We're first
Hey,
generation Canadians, so
let me tell you something about Italian background. My last name is Marasco. So my grandmother, full-blooded Hawaiian, married my grandfather, full-blooded Italian. So if you saw my grandfather, you'd be like, "That's your grandfather?" Like full-on paisan, full-on paisan, man. And
I knew there was a reason I liked you, man.
Hey, you know what I mean. So the trippy thing is, back home in Hawaii, it's just our family is big. The last name Morosco is a pretty big name on the North Shore. Everybody knows a Morosco. So it's like the only Italian name in Hawaii. So that's the funny part. So
my cousin Johnny's wondering what part of Italy.
Oh, you know what? I don't know that part.
The good part.
I know he migrated to New York. My grandfather did.
Okay, cool.
So it goes way back. Yeah. So that's something like maybe I want to just throw out Sicily because I want to sound really educated right now.
That's cool.
So we'll go with Sicily.
We've got a few more people in here. Rob93 is in the house. Hello, buddy. We've got Joseph JH Aquatics, and we had a question from Matt's Monster Fish.
Oh yeah.
Question from Mel.
Right on Matt.
When's your wife going to set up the pool pond? When's your wife going to let you set up the pool?
That's kind of a sensitive subject around here, you know. Right now, the Monster Pool, those guys are like totally inspiring me. I mean, you got Matt, you got Zach with SC Fish Keeping. I mean,
yeah. Zach's here.
IFG. These guys are like inspiring me and pushing me to get this. Not literally telling me, but like watching their videos, I'm like, oh my gosh. And so a light bulb went off where I bought this 940-gallon pool for the kids 2 years ago. We haven't used it. I was just digging through the garage one day and I'm like, oh my God, I have a pool. Oh my God. And the light bulb started going off. And then I mentioned to Mrs. Peacock, hey babe, I was just thinking maybe I can set this thing up and maybe do some predator fish. And I'm just thinking, threw it out there and the feelers were like this. And she said, she went, I think she caught a cold because she was like, hell no, is what she said. So I was like, oh no. So it's kind of in good sport, though. She was just like, what are you doing to our backyard? You're making it into a zoo. And I'm like, oh, come on. It's not that bad. And, you know, it was kind of making Tiki Falls was kind of a stretch there because it looked like a disaster back there when I started, you know. So my vision was like, and I started digging a hole. And she was like, what are you doing to our backyard? So it's like.
You're beautifying it, man.
now she sees it. Now she saw the vision. So she's like, oh, okay, I can work with that. But like the pond pool thing, I'm still in the making, Matt, to answer your question. It's still out there. It's still out there.
We got a few more people here. We've got Terry Lindsay. I saw Terry's in the house. JC Aquatics is here. Larry D's Tanks and more. Joe is in the house today. Hello, Joe. How you doing, my man? And I apologize if I missed anybody. Throw yourself back up in the chat there so we can say hello to you. So, Mel, how old were you? Oh, one more. Hello.
Heavy hitters.
Hello.
We got some heavy hitters. Heavy hitters in the chat.
In the chat. We've got Beefsteak here too.
Aloha
Beefsteak. Welcome. Appreciate that. Everybody hitting that like button. Thank you very much. So, Mel, how old were you when you got your first fish and what was it?
Ooh, okay. Let's go ahead. In the late 70s, it was really popular, right? And so to have a fish tank where my family were like competing against each other to get fish tanks. And so I was always, you know, raised in Hawaii. I was just always around the ocean. And so like I was so fascinated that you can keep fish in a tank and be like, you know, wow, you know, that's just part of my life. So when we moved to the mainland, I remember my dad going out and buying a 30-gallon tank. To us, it was huge, but nowadays that's like a breeder tank or something, you know? And so
that's a good tank. That's a good tank. Like a 29-gallon nowadays. That's a good tank.
Yeah. And so you can do a lot with it. But back then it was like, there was no YouTube, of course. We didn't know what was, you know, we were just some Polynesians from, you know, Hawaii coming here to the mainland. And we're in a fish store going, whoa, we want this, we want that, not knowing what can go with what. And, you know, we're mixing like an Oscar with a betta, and we're just doing like, you know, glass catfish and just going crazy, plecos. And so in this 30-gallon, I just remember them all dying. right?
Mm-hmm.
Not knowing the nitrogen cycle and how that works.
Yeah.
My dad was one of those guys where he's not going to be like, hey, how does this thing work? What am I doing wrong? He was just one of those guys that's just like, we'll go get some more. And then we all get to pick a fish, and that was like the cool thing to do, right?
Yeah.
And then we'd all sit there like it was a TV and just look at them and be like, whoa. And so I was always into like my fish just because of my upbringing. And then after like the fourth wave of fishes that we bought, I think we ended with 2 Oscars because they ate everything in the tank.
Yeah.
And then ultimately they jumped out of the tank with the lid on it, which was still, of course, we had no idea what they were about. And of course, we didn't have the right size tanks for them. And they were probably about, I don't know, yay big. I don't know how big that is. Maybe a smaller pancake size. So my fish that I've always wanted to get is like an Oscar. They're still in my heart. Like I want to get an Oscar, but it's like, I don't know. I'm cutting myself thin over here, Ron.
I know what you mean, man. I know what you mean. We got a few more great people up in the chat here. Inventory King is here. Captain 3654. JZBY Aquatics is here. We have got Terra77 is here. Hello, everyone. Alluring Bettas is wondering. Before we get to Alluring Bettas question, Anthony, the Long Island fish guy, had a nice comment. He said that the people that are here in the chat today, he dubbed them as the Rat Pack of FishTube, and that's a great nickname, man.
Oh, the Rat
Well done.
Pack. Okay.
The Rat Pack of FishTube, man. That is a solid nickname.
Long Island. I love that, man. I love his channel, by the way.
Yeah.
Anthony, you're doing a good job, brother.
You're doing a great job, man. Aquafunk is saying, please show your appreciation for his hard work with these interviews by tagging the like button. Appreciate that, Funk. Thank you very much. Now, Alluring Bettas is wondering, Mel, are you going to Dallas for Aquashella or what?
I get so jealous of people going to these conventions. No, to answer your question, I'm not. I wish I was. My other passion besides fish keeping is coaching youth basketball, and that takes up so much of my time now. And so I do a lot of not big time traveling, but we do some traveling. Like we go to Portland and we go to LA and Vegas, and so it's something that maybe one day I'll be able to go. Right now, my time is just consumed with youth basketball, and now I got my little boys that are actually playing, they're 4 and 5 years old. And then I'm coaching a 7th grade team, a 6th grade team. So like my schedule through the week, the only day I have off to do anything is like a Monday. So Tuesday through Sunday, it's just basketball, whether it be practices or training. It's just, so that's why I had to slow down a little bit on the Aloha Friday shout outs and my live streams. And, it was one of those things where I miss it. I really do. At first I was like, ooh, I can breathe. Ooh, I can breathe on Friday. Okay, what do I need to do? I need to do A, B, and C. And then all of a sudden it's like, hey, we missed it. Hey, we missed it. And I was like, oh man, you guys really miss it? Oh, you guys do care? Because I'm telling you what, guys, everybody who's in the stream right now, when you're on Ron's stream, I call him, and hey, the Jimmy, right? What do I call you?
Fish Fallon.
Yeah, the Jimmy Fallon, the Jimmy Fallon of our fish community, man. When you make this is like, I want to give a shout out to my mom. Hi, Mom, I'm here. Forget my live stream. This is the live stream to be, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that, man. Hey, you dubbed me the Jimmy Fallon. A lot of people have picked up on that, so I appreciate that, man.
They have?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. If I was living close to you, we would do like a whole setup, like the studio. You would be in a suit. I'd come out. We'll be professional, 2 chairs.
That actually gives me an idea for the next time you come on, man.
Hey, man. Hey, we can do something. We can do something here.
Before we get into fish questions, I saw somebody pop up there. What's your favorite NBA team?
Oh, that must have been from, I'm going to say that was probably from Paul, P. Diddy, Inventory King. Did he say that?
I think it might have been Anthony.
Oh, Anthony. We're going to have to go with the Lakers, Southern California.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like, I'm kind of an LA kid, so it's the Dodgers, it's the Lakers, it's the Rams. I don't know if you guys saw that one video while I was claiming the.
Yeah, I saw it.
That sucked. That sucked, man. So Yeah, I'm kind of an LA kid, even the LA Kings hockey team. So those are my
Cool,
teams. So
man.
we covered all the sports right there.
Is Tiki Falls your greatest accomplishment in fish keeping?
Definitely, definitely. Tiki Falls was something that was a vision of mine because I ran out of room in the house. Well, I didn't run out of room. There's a bunch of places that I would love to put some tanks, but according to Mrs. Peacock, I ran out of room.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, you know what? Going on YouTube, seeing pond builds, I'm like, I'm gonna build a pond in the backyard. So I did have something done when we moved here, which was just like a pondless waterfall. So it was just
Mm-hmm.
kind of trickling
That's
down.
cool.
Yeah, and so I said, you know what? I'll just dig a deeper hole. And then I started watching a bunch of videos and just getting inspired and learning and listening. And I know sometimes I'm like, hey, just want a disclaimer. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm just following other people. And I would always give them the credit, like, hey, I learned this from so and so. I learned this from so and so.
Yeah.
And and then at the end, it was like, kind of got a little misty eyed. I was like, I plugged it in and I'm like, holy crap, this thing works. So it was definitely my biggest accomplishment as far as fish keeping goes. And then I mean, before that, it was this bad boy here, this 120 that I kind of like always wanted a big tank. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe one day I can graduate to the 220.
Yeah. The 220 is a
Yeah,
little cloudy today because I
and it
fed
looks
it.
great.
I fed frozen prawns, like real prawns today. And every time I do
Wow.
that, it kind of makes the water a little cloudy, but
It,
it'll be
hey,
fine by morning.
it looks good, Ron. Ron, is that duckweed up there at the top?
That right up at the top right there.
Yeah, yeah.
No, that is water sprite.
From it. Oh, water sprite. Yeah, that
Yeah,
looks cool.
yeah, yeah. It's a
Yeah, I
good.
love
It's
that
good
tank.
for taking out the nitrates out of your water.
Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, I love the 220. I watched that video. I was like, oh, and I watched wifey's expression when you're like, here it is, babe, and she's like, uh, because I think as fish keepers we can all relate. Although your wife is a great, great sport, you know.
She
So
is.
I'm like, wow, that's so cool.
She's been 100% on board with everything that I've done so far, right from the beginning, except for getting this. Although she has warmed up to it. Now she says she loves it. Now,
Oh gosh, was
yeah,
it overwhelmingly big for her when she saw it? Was she like, what in the hell?
yeah. And then I got in it because it's longer than
Oh
I am.
man, are you kidding me? Oh my gosh.
So that was kind of fun. So Cake Town Reefer's got a question here, and that question was going to be my next question too. Your fish in the pond don't seem to mind kerosene.
Oh
Um,
man.
what have you done to? Have you moved the tiki torches back a little? Have you kind of changed things around?
Yeah, so definitely. Yeah, that was a total bonehead rookie pond move there. Um, so what I did was I removed those little canisters out of the tiki torches, right? Just put them away, and then the tiki torches are up because they still look kind of cool, but there's no kerosene canisters inside them.
Yeah,
And so what I did was I actually got some really nice ones for my players at the end of our basketball season last year.
yeah.
Um, I got these really cool, really like metal bronze dark tiki torches. They look beautiful and they're like pineapples. So it
Hmm.
looks really cool. And so I'm going to actually hammer those down into the ground because that's what
Cool.
you do. Like
Okay.
you hammer them down. They're like stakes and they're legit, right? These were like, I don't know, like $7 over at Home Depot, those little bamboo ones.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I got some legit ones that I'm going to actually put in probably spring when it gets a little warm.
Okay.
And
Cool.
then, yeah, but the fish are doing great. Man, that was Panicsville that night.
I can tell from
Panicsville.
the video, man. Hey, Paul, the
Man.
Inventory King's wondering about what our next big projects are. Paul, I just want to say, go Hawks. Appreciate the hat, man. Before we get to that, and aquarium thoughts. Hello, how's it going, buddy? He's a Browns fan, but hey, the
Ooh,
Browns are
poor
going to be
guy.
better. The Browns are going to be better this year, I think. But anyway, next project for you, Mel.
The next project for me is I'm actually going to do some things to Tiki Falls. I'm going to make another tier, two more tiers of falls. I was looking at my falls and I'm like, I just want more noise. You know what I mean? So they talk about the acoustics high, acoustics low, or whatever. I want more of falls going into the water, like like noise,
Mm-hmm.
and then of course you know, creating more oxygen for the fish too as well. So what I have, I went out and got some more rock. I'm kind of setting it up, waiting for the weather to warm up because the waterfall foam actually, you know, dries and sticks better when it's warmer, the weather. So that's my next big project. So I'm going to actually get that going. And it's going to look, hopefully it's going to look really cool. We'll see what happens, but that's going to be the next big project for me. And then I got some other ones where I want to upgrade, like my community tank. We're going to make it a bigger tank. It's like a 20 long, but I'm going to go with a 30 high. So we got that going on. And then, yeah, I mean, I think I have a 10-gallon tank that I'm going to set up in the kitchen.
Cool.
I have to watch what I say. I have to watch what I say out loud.
Yeah.
It's going to be one of those, set it up and hopefully right now it's a 5-gallon there. So I'm going to put a 10-gallon there and see if she notices.
Cool.
And maybe I'll video the reaction.
That'd be awesome. I just want to say thank you so much. My High Plecos with the $50 super chat. Go buy a Pleco. I appreciate that, man. Now, if you guys don't know, Mile High Plecos does sell Plecos online. Now, I've been trying for a while, maybe I'll say 6 months or so, and I finally have something lined up because living in Canada here, I can't get Plecos shipped to me, but there's an address that I can get just on the other side of the line, and Mile High Plecos. I mean, he's got your L134 leopard frogs. He's got a bunch of super reds. He's known for his starlight bristlenose. I think he's got the L182. But that guy, man, he knows his plecos. If you're looking, hit him up on Instagram if you're looking for some plecos. He's got a bunch more than that. I think he has 27 different species of plecos going on over there. But if you're into plecos, he doesn't do a lot on YouTube as far as making his own videos. I think he's got 2 live streams, maybe 3. But check him out on Instagram, folks, and DM him if you're interested in getting some great plecos. And they're high quality. Jeff Rose got them as well. They're awesome. Got a few more people here. Dr. S. Hello, Dr. S. As far as my projects go, sorry to answer the other part of that question. I'm kind of decided that I've got to step up my fertilizing game, and I put root tabs and stuff in this last weekend and have started dousing with some fertilizer. But I want to start getting into more of the intermediate type of plants, like get some of your reds, get some like red tiger lotus going along the bottom here. So things like that I kind of want to get into, and kind of that octopus plant and some other things like that. But so Aquafunk is saying, so you're telling my Plecos just send you 50 so you can give it right back to him. Yes, that's pretty much exactly what I'm going to be doing. So yeah, that is the plan.
It's a great business move there. Great business move.
So we were kind of talking a little bit about how, you know, our spouses deal with fish keeping, and we've heard a lot about Mrs. Peacock. So I was just wondering, how does Mrs. Peacock handle everything here, Mel?
Okay, well, it starts off with a nice, hot, delicious pot of coffee in the morning. And so when she wakes up, it's like, here you go, babe. No, you know what? She knows it's very therapeutic for me. She knows that I love it. It's just like with youth basketball, the whistles, the yelling, the coaches, the parents. It's nice to come home, and it's kind of like my little sanctuary. You know, I'm like, water changes. It's my Zen time. It's my like relaxed time, and she doesn't mind it. You know, I'm sending her little things about it. I'm sending her things on aquariums like feng shui, and it's good for, you know, if the tank is sitting this way, northeast. I mean, I'm sure you guys read those before. It's really healthy for us. But not only that, though, I've inspired her parents to get a tank. And so I go over there and do maintenance on their tank, you know, once every like 3 weeks or so. And they have like a 75 bow front. I help them set it up. So
I believe it's a 72 bow front.
Oh, okay, 72. There you go. 72, 75, you know, whatever it takes. But yeah, I help them set that up, and they're in it. And like, so my whole, like, I guess saying to my wife is, hey, fish keep families together, it does. And so like my little ones are into it. They're like, Haplachromis and, a boily eye, daddy. And, so I'm teaching them all these scientific names to these fish, like Taiwan reef and, and Venustus. And so it's kind of fun for them. They have a tank. In their room. So it's like, she likes it. She does. But like, how we can get carried away? It's like, oh, I'm going to the fish store. Oh, I'm going to the fish store. She's like, What are you doing? Like, what are you doing? So yeah, it's a hobby that that's very addicting. We all know, multiple tank syndrome, MTS. We talk about it all the time. And I got blasted in the face with it. I mean, I still have goals to I want to do a saltwater tank.
That's awesome.
So one of my ultimate, like, I don't even say it's ultimate, but one of my goals is to do a saltwater tank with the Hawaii state fish, the Humu Humu Nuku Nuku Apua'a, is what I want to do. Yeah, that's like one of my visions. We'll see if it happens. So
cool.
Yeah, but she's a good sport.
That's awesome. I just want to say thank you very much for the $15 super chat from Matt's Monsters Fish. That is a down payment for an Asian Arowana. Now, I would love to be able to smuggle a Asian Arowana to put in your 1,000-gallon fish tank, Matt. If folks out there haven't seen 1,000-gallon, and Matt's kind of got a cool, like, he doesn't have substrate on the bottom of that 1,000-gallon. He is tiling that 1,000-gallon fish tank.
Yeah.
And it looks cool, man. And an Asian Arowana for sure. I think Joey had a video out about the Asian Arowana today, actually. But unfortunately, it is legal here in Canada, but it is not legal down in the States. So I apologize, Matt. I cannot help you there on that one, man.
Hey, that's one thing, Ron, that you can just slap everybody in the face with all the time, man.
Well, the one thing, like, bringing fish, like if I go down across the border and bring it back into Canada, no problem. But it's hard the other way around. So, like, I don't know if a lot of people saw the interview that I had with Dean Tweedle. So he lives just on the other side of the border, but his wife is living up here right now because she's in the Vancouver Symphony. She's actually the president. So he's up here often, and he came up, just bought a pair of rams, got caught at the border, was held up for 2.5 hours trying to get him across. But it's a lot super easy going the other way. If I go down, turn around, come back up, no problem. They asked me if it's freshwater or saltwater, and that's it. So
no kidding. Interesting.
We kind of got a little bit sidetracked there, but I do want to talk to you about that 72-gallon bow front. That is a beautiful tank that we've got going there. So what's in that tank there, Mel?
You're talking about at the in-laws house?
The in-laws house, yeah.
Oh, okay. It's pretty much a community fish. I mean, community tank. She does have angels. She's got like 6 angel fish that are getting really big. She's got some panda cories. She's got,
cool. Yeah.
bristle nose, pleco. What else does she have? She has some roseline sharks. I think a couple rainbows in there too as well, and then some of those injected neon tetras. Yeah.
Cool.
Wait,
cool.
Is that what they're called? Are there
neon tetras?
Yeah. Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, they're new. They're new.
Yeah, that's what she got. So yeah, but that there, like, if they ever get tired of it, it's like, it's coming here, baby.
That's awesome. It will one day, man. I just want to say thank you very much to Daryl Deemer for the $10 super chat. Daryl, thank you very much, buddy. Thanks for stopping in as well. And also Melvin from Phoenix Aquatic 411 Legacy. Hey, buddy. How you doing, man? I really like your water change system. You've got a whole video on your bucket that you bring around with you, and you've got it marked on the tap, so you know exactly what temperature you're putting in. Mrs. Peacock may not know about that. Can we explain the water change system that you do a little bit?
Yeah. So I mean, I can't take credit for it. Like I picked up things here and there watching other people's videos. Zenzo Tazawa tanks.
Yeah.
I actually got that. I saw him using it because he uses it for his service.
Right.
Service
Okay.
business. And so he uses that bin, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's genius, right? And then it just made sense. You know, I was like, wow, this is so easy to do. And then like, you know, you start to tweak things here and there, and I'm like, make things easier and easier and easier.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, we all wish we had that automatic, system that everyone has. You're just like, man, that's so cool. And so, but yeah, that's yeah. Every time I do a
Later,
water
Anthony.
change,
Sorry.
it seems like no, it's all right. It seems like I pick something up a little bit quicker. You know, setting the timer. You know, all these little things, like these little tricks that you can do. But yeah, I didn't know it was gonna be. I thought it was like, yeah, another water change video, you know. But I just threw it out there and just showed people in detail what I do. And I guess, yeah, I got a lot of positive feedback on it. So that was cool. That was really cool.
I just want to say hello to Meanfish9. I don't think I said hello to you yet. So welcome. Susan Lucci, how's she doing? And how are your first ever fry doing?
Oh, Susan Lucci is doing fabulous. Shout out to Zach over at SC Fish Keeping for naming her. It was an awesome name. When I had Gucci and he's like, hey, Susan Lucci, I thought that was like the funniest thing ever because I was a huge fan of her. You know, watching All My Children back in the day. I don't know. Hey, I'm just saying. I'm just keeping it real, okay? Hawaiian Peacock was watching some soaps, okay? But the fry are doing great. They're getting big. I'm looking forward, and I have a pretty good relationship with my LFS here, so I'm looking forward to doing a video on taking them in and exchanging them for credit and buying something there, like doing a video all about that because it's going to be new. It's going to be new to me. So it's like one of those things where, hey, let's go on this journey and see what happens. You know, I haven't mentioned it to my LFS yet, but we'll see what happens.
That's cool. So, Jason Brady says that the water change system that he copied off one of his Inventory King's videos has made the hobby way more enjoyable for him. So,
oh gosh, Inventory King, that dude, Paul, man, genius, man. Some of the things he does, I try to follow him, and every time he does something like, let's just say it has something to do with electricity, I'm like, dude, are you an electrician? He's like, no. And I'm like, then he builds something. And I'm like, dude, are you construction? Are you into construction or engineering? He's like, no, I don't do that. And I'm like, dude, you know everything. He does plumbing. I'm like, are you a plumber? He's like, no. And I'm like, dude, you're just smart, man, because I follow his things. And then he starts using these. Yeah, I just got this modulator over at the Home Depot. I'm like, how would you even know to get something like that, man? A modulator? He was like, yeah, it was for a refrigerator. But what I did was I crossed the wires and I turned it into a fish system. And I'm like, then he just loses me. And I'm like, wow, this is a great video. Just encore, man, encore. So I'm a big fan of Paul's channel too, man. That dude, his fish room is just every video. It's like, I'm doing this new, and I'm like, wow, the dude's just, and he's like solo. He's doing it in there like by himself, and I'm like, man. But yeah, it's impressive.
Hey, there's a question in the chat from Terry Lindsay. Who is the GOAT for the NBA?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, just because, and you guys all know I'm a Laker fan, but I'm gonna have to go with Michael Jordan. I'm gonna have to go with Jordan. If you're a basketball fan, I just think he's got those 6 rings, you know. So it's like, it's sort of like that dude Brady or whatever, that dude, it's sort of like that guy. It's like, man, I think the guy who's sitting on top has the most rings, and it's just like, I mean, you got to tip your hat off to Jordan. I mean, he's like an icon, not even just like basketball, just sports icon, you know. So I'm gonna have to go with Jordan.
That's a great answer. I mean, I'm not saying that LeBron James is the best basketball player of all time, but as far as eye tests go, he's probably the best athlete I've ever seen.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just thinking if I have to pick one, and I could easily go, Magic Johnson, or
Kobe,
like,
Shaq,
you just got to keep
Kareem,
things real.
Yeah,
exactly. So, you're a Laker fan.
No, I'm not a Laker fan. You're the Laker
fan. Hey, you rattled off the Lakers like that, man.
I'm a sports fan, man. That's what I am. Hello, Jesse. HC Aqua is in the house here.
Oh, Jess.
Mel, you have a video that last I saw had 272,000 views. It is on animal flashcards. How do you make a video that gets that many views?
Okay, great story. Okay, so this was like 9 years ago.
Because that's Junior Peacock back 9 years ago, right?
That was Junior Peacock. He was 4 years old. And so I didn't know anything about YouTube. I still don't know everything about YouTube, right? I'm always learning. But back then, 8 years ago, whatever it was, I knew nothing. All I knew was how to upload a video on there and not share it, but then I would call or text my family in Hawaii. And back home in Hawaii, that's how we kind of all communicated through YouTube. We would post videos.
Oh, that's cool.
And then MySpace. MySpace was really big in Hawaii. Like everybody in Hawaii was like, MySpace. And so we would all communicate that way. And so I would just post videos of Kainoa for the family back home in Hawaii. And then, and I knew nothing about subs. I didn't know how to comment. I didn't know you scroll down. I knew zero about YouTube. Yeah. And so I just knew, like I said, I only knew how to upload a video. So I uploaded a video, and there's a bunch of videos. You can go down and see some old stuff like you did, stuff of Junior Peacock, like riding a scooter and like dancing in the living room or whatever it is. He's like a Jabberwocky, you know? And so it was one of those videos that I posted, and then I came back to watch it, and I saw views, and it was like 500 and something views at one point. And I'm like, wow, really? Is that really 500 people saw this video? I go, nah, because I knew nothing about social media, right? And I'm like, no way. There's no way 500 people saw that. That's kind of weird. That's just probably a random number. I come back a week later, and it's like 175,000. And I'm like, wait, what? No way. And then like another like, you know, a couple months later, it's like 200,000. And then ultimately it's like 272,000 views. And I'm like, wow. And nowadays I'm thinking it's like, you know, that Ryan's Toy kid, Ryan's Toy.
Yeah. The guy.
What is it called?
Yeah, I know.
The kid on YouTube.
I know who that is. The kid on YouTube with millions of subs.
Yeah. With the Ryan's Toy review.
Yeah.
If I would have known, because Ryan wasn't even born back then. If I would have been like somewhat a tiny bit savvy about YouTube back then, I could have been probably in a mansion right now because I knew nothing. And that thing went viral, and I had no idea what viral was. I didn't know. You know, and it's like, if I would have jumped on it, I would have been like, dude, that's a video with like no tags, no title, no description. I mean, there was a title, but no description. It was just one of those. It's like, you know, when you buy a lottery ticket. And then the date expired.
Yeah.
You have a winning lottery ticket and the date expired. That's how it felt. I'm like, oh my God, I could have had something beautiful happen. And we could have been Kainoa's toy review. You know, I'd buy everything. It was like those baby Einstein cards. It was something so simple. I would have went out and like spend a couple $100 on baby Einstein stuff, and we'd have just done that all day. But yeah.
You know what though? Would it have been fun though? Like, I know some people like are saying, oh, I should make a YouTube channel on this. Like, some of my friends are like, I'm just going to make a YouTube channel and play with toys because so many people watch it. But for me, like, YouTube is just about having fun. Like, I want to just put videos on that I'm interested in and not like, I'm not trying to get rich here. Otherwise, I'd be doing something other than Fish Channel. And I'm just doing this because this is my hobby, man.
Yeah, you're right. And I think that's what's funny. People get caught up in that. Like, I'm gonna make millions, right?
Yeah.
Instead of just like doing what you love and having fun and, you know, having a blast and maybe having some jokes and good vibes.
And you know what? Energy. I think a lot of us, like, our goal, like, financially is, you know, if this could fund the hobby, that would be awesome. Like, you know, supplement the hobby, like that would be. That's pretty much all I could ever ask for, man. Like,
yeah, I mean, making $50. Heck, you can go down and get some fish. You can get some, you know,
pay for my food.
Yeah. I mean, I totally agree with that. That would be awesome. And then we can go maybe to that next level, like, you know, maybe Joey. You know, maybe we can get to that next level one day.
That's a few levels away from where I am right now.
a few million levels, actually.
Yeah.
Love.
So we've talked about you coaching basketball. What other interests have you got there, Mel?
Well, let's see here. the family. So that's how it goes. It goes fish.
Yeah.
This is the priority list. Fish, basketball, and then my family. No, I'm joking.
Family's three.
I'm joking.
Oh, Mrs. Peacock, close your ears.
Hey, I know, Mrs. Peacock. Ouch. No, I just after it's just family. That's basically what it is. Like, the glory days, Ron. You know how it was back in the day, going out and all that. Those are like whatever. You know what I mean? It's like now it's like spending time. And I'm kind of a homebody. I like to come home. I like to relax. I like to, tinker around with the fish. Maybe do some aquascaping. With the back scratcher.
Yeah, with the back scratcher. That's how you fill in your pits, right, in the substrate.
Yeah. You can move rock. You can do all kinds of things with the back scratcher. This was actually in a drink that I bought. Like it was like called the monkey back scratcher. I don't know, rum or something, and it came in a drink like. In an adult beverage, it was like stuck in it. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. And you use this to stir the drink, and it's cool. That's a cool thing. Yeah. So, anyways, I mean, it's just family. After that, it's just I just relax. I come home. My wife and I, we just come home and relax with the boys, and that's pretty much it. It's not, I'm not like out, running amok out there and going out and hanging out. And it's just my hobbies, my passions are fish keeping, youth basketball, and just inspiring them, not only just to be good basketball players, but like just be decent human beings. That's the ultimate goal. And giving these boys confidence. That's the whole thing. Why I coach. Awesome. I don't make any money. There's a lot of money involved in AAU basketball or youth sports, as some of you guys probably know. There's a lot of money you can make. And the program that I run is one of those programs where I don't make anything. I donate all of my time to the boys that I coach. And when we do pay for tournaments, we just do old school. We either raise money or we just do a la carte. We split it. We just divide it amongst 8, 9, parents. Yeah. And we just pay for tournaments. Everybody pays for their own way when we travel, if we have to stay overnight. And it works. I think when people say I do it for the kids and they're making like, $400 a kid, it's kind of hard to say that. It's kind of hard to say that. And I just feel for me to see my boys do a move that they've never done before and see that confidence, to me, that's like the ultimate payment for me, because I turned a kid that was kind of a couch potato, and like this is according to his parents. Yeah. And I turned a kid that was just kind of a video game, no motivation, a couch potato. His dad was always like, I don't even know what my son is going to amount to. But when I saw him play basketball, I kind of have a gift on watching kids, and I can see something in them where I'm like, I can work with that kid. He has some type of fire, and he works so hard. And I'm like, there happened to be a spot open on the team. I welcomed him in, and now not only is he a straight A student, but he's one of my hardest working kids, and he contributes to the team. When his mom and dad had no idea, I said, you give me 3 months with your son and you're going to see a different kid. And they're like, I'm pretty sure I know my son, and I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen. I go, watch. And he's been with me for about 11 months now, and he's a stud. He's one of the kids that I use as an example, just because an average student, and now he wants to be good. And now everything is like studying. He's working his butt off. Not only, on the basketball court, but in school, which for me, my whole thing, and they know my whole philosophy, it's like, it's books before ball. And that's pretty much my little saying that I tell my boys.
That's awesome.
And so I wish I could make some money. That would be awesome. And it's so easy to do. I'm established enough in the AAU world that I can do that, but I just don't have it in my heart, Ron. I just don't. At the end of the season, I go out and buy these kids championship rings. I give them goals. They meet the goals. I reward them with trophies and things of that sort, and it comes out of my pocket. So it's something that I'm not saying, this is what I do. It's just that's how I'm built. As far as that goes.
Hey man, you're all about, like, I coach myself, but my kids are younger, much younger. But I coach baseball. Both my kids play baseball, my son and my daughter. So I'm busy with that. It will start again in about a month. So kind of thinking, how am I going to work the whole live stream weekly thing in?
Baseball is so tricky because it's like a game
it's 6 days a week with both kids. Because my daughter's doing 2 days a week and my son's 4 days because he's a little older now. So, but you're all about the positive vibes, the love, the aloha. You seem like a great guy, man. That's why I'd love to meet you one day.
Oh man, that would be awesome. Hey, can you say that again for my wife? Did you hear
that, Mrs. Peacock? Watch the replay and don't skip past the ads.
She will. Hey, she will. She'll watch the replay. Trust me. She's gonna hear all of this. So, yeah, it's the spirit of aloha. You know, it's how I was raised. It's part of our culture. And I'm sure, Ron, as you know, you go back to Hawaii, you just kind of get that warm feeling. It's just how I was raised. So using this whole platform, fish keeping, and spreading that aloha spirit is kind of like my thing. And it's working, I guess. It's catchy, I guess. If people are catching on to it. It's kind of neat because, like, in comments, I'll see aloha Hawaiian Peacock and much love and aloha. And it's so nice to see people use that word aloha more, you know? And they probably feel like, oh, that's cool. I can say aloha. That's cool. Aloha. You know, and I'm like,
mahalo.
Mahalo, aloha. You know, it's so I think that's kind of cool sharing my culture too. Using fish keeping as a platform to do that, which is kind of cool. It's fun.
Cool. Tara77 says, where in Canada am I from? I am from Vancouver, which is over on the west coast of Canada. In case nobody knew that, right up against the Pacific Ocean. That's me, Tampa Tom. Hello. That's where I live. Tampa Tom, hello. Down the wormhole D is here. Hello. Teresa Cookie. Hello. How you doing? Mel, what's your favorite fish?
My favorite fish is going to have to be the peacock, African cichlid, the peacock.
Oh, that's a good answer.
It's kind of like where I got the peacock, Hawaiian peacock from. I'm Hawaiian. I love the peacocks. I'm going to have to, that's African cichlid, my peacocks. I love them. I wish I had a bigger tank, maybe a 220 someday. I can just stock that thing, man.
How many tanks you got right now?
I got 5/6. The slash is that, 10 gallon, 10 gallon, hospital tank. So but so I guess technically I got 6 tanks going. Working on 8. Just kidding.
Awesome. Good night, SC Fish Keeping. Later, Zach. Take it easy, man. Zach.
Aloha.
So, including the pond and your tanks, which one is your favorite that you've got?
I'm gonna have to go with Tiki Falls.
Yeah.
You know what? It was something that I made with my hands, which was kind of amazing. Sometimes I think about it, I'm like, man, I really did this thing, you know? And Tiki Falls is probably my favorite. And I think I'm gonna have to make a video and add a Ron to the Tiki Falls. It'll be the first Canadian there. You know? Hey, you know, I think I'm sorry. You got some tissue?
Yeah, choke it up. I'm choking up.
Hey, you might see a video. I'm not even gonna say you might.
I'm choking up.
There's going to be a video. I need to know like specifics though. So when I go and get a fish, it reminds me of you. So give me some colors. What do you like?
Well, it's going in the pond though, right? So
it's going to go in Tiki Falls. So it's going to be.
Is it going to be a guppy?
It's going to be a goldfish. It's going to be a goldfish.
It's going to be a goldfish, right? Okay. Yeah. Well,
what colors do you like? Just kind of curious. Like, what are your favorite colors?
What if there was one with orange, white, and black on it?
Okay, we can do that.
Trifecta, maybe.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds good. There you
awesome.
Go. And it's done, and you'll see that video soon.
Hey, good night, Mel. Thanks for stopping. I know we're late over on the East Coast tonight, but we had to do what works this week. So appreciate everyone for stopping in our different time today. Mel, we kind of touched on this a little bit earlier today. What's happened to Aloha Friday? You've just kind of gotten busy. Do you have plans to bring that back? I know you said you were going to do it once a month, and February, today's the last day.
And then I lied.
Had one. So what do you think? Now, why do you do it at 1 p.m. Pacific time? Like I'm at work all the time when you do it.
I know, and you know what? I appreciate you jumping in. You'll come in for like a couple minutes just to say hi, and I appreciated that. Every Friday, you were really consistent on that, Ron. You were like, "Hey,
trying to duck down when my boss isn't looking."
I know, man. So I appreciate that. That was awesome. You would always do that. Yeah, you know what? I took a break just because of this being overwhelmed with the basketball and my 2 younger ones starting. on, and their games are on Friday. So it was more or less, and it was at 1:00. It was just a good time. It was before I go pick up, Junior Peacock from school. The morning, it's kind of like with them. And so it just worked out for me on Friday. But I definitely miss it, and I'm definitely going to do it. It was kind of neat. I didn't think anything of it, and then I would get like messages in my comments on videos like, I miss you, Hawaiian Peacock. I miss the live streams, Aloha Friday. So I'd get a lot of positive comments, and I'm like, I need to bring that back. I need to do it again. So I definitely will, because I had a blast doing it, and just touching base with everybody and just the fish community and things and videos that I see and people's, fish keepers, their projects and things that I like. And so, I had a blast doing that, and I'm going to do it. I promise. It's just, thanks for calling me out, and I'm a liar. I'm sorry, everybody. Maybe once every month and a half.
Okay, sure. So the worst day in fish keeping that you had, I mean, you had to struggle with some German blues.
Oh,
hey,
man.
they're sensitive fish, but I was wondering, like, would you try like another type of cichlid? Like, I'm really into the apistos right now, so I know Candy is as well. But what about like a Bolivian ram? Bolivian rams are a lot hardier.
Okay, so I'm not a quitter. Okay, I'm going to do the German blues again. I love that fish, and so
I'm not saying never do it again. I'm just saying maybe start with one a little easier and then go to it.
Yeah, you know what? It was I'm gonna gear this tank more towards Germans. That's it.
Okay.
So that's that 30-gallon that I have that I'm gonna upgrade the community tank. Yeah. I'm gonna actually take those fish that are in there and put them in a different tank, and I'm gonna make this strictly. That's the goal. So I'm gonna do this because that's been haunting me, for the longest time. That and
Candy's got a tip there for you.
Yes. What does she have? Candy, what do you
have? Heat up more for the German blue rams.
Okay, 82, 83. I've been.
Yeah, that's good.
Is that a good temperature, Candy? Yeah, because I want to do that. So that's just something that personally I just felt bad because it was like I went through, Ron, like 13 Germans, and I was like, what the hell? I even tried to change it up and go like with an electric blue. Like, okay, I got this one now. I got this one. And like you said, they're sensitive, and I'm just constantly like banging my head, like, what did I do wrong? And what did I do wrong? And like my LFS, the guys that work there are like, oh, here he comes, the killer. I'm like, oh, come on, guys.
That's a terrible nickname.
I know, right? The German blue killer, here he is.
Yeah. Hey, Candy says 85, 86. I have heard Corey say that hot as well.
Okay. 85,
he keeps his clown loaches that hot too. That's pretty cool.
See, and that was one of the things that I wasn't doing. It wasn't hot enough. Clearly, It was probably like 79. You know what I mean? Like your normal temperature. So that's good to know. That right there is a plus. So,
hello, Hugh, prolific breed. He is in the house today. So you were kind of mentioning your community tank. We know you've got lots of cichlids, the peacocks there. Your community tank, not everyone knows. You had rummy nose, panda, Corys. You had what else did you have in there?
Cardinal
tetras. How are they all doing?
Oh, they're doing great. And I have a coolie loach, which you know how those are. They hide. So when he's
like to be in groups.
Yeah, I know. I need to get like 3 of those things or 4 of those things. I only have one. He's kind of like Justin Timberlake. He kind of went solo on me, He broke away from NSYNC. Justin did. He said he can do it. So I said, all right, let's go ahead and do it. So yeah, he's in that tank. But like the community tank, I love it. Like I said, I got smacked in the face with MTS, and I just went on this rampage. And that's when Mrs. Peacock was just like, what in the hell are you doing?
Hello, Keith.
Tanks for everyone.
Thanks for everyone. I know Junior's got the 55 now too.
Yeah, he does. He's loving it, and he also has a 10-gallon in his room too. So it's like,
have you still got guppy? Have you still got guppy fever?
I do have guppy fever, and I had to learn the hard way, which sucked. But I love guppy with the outdoor or front yard, the water feature. Yeah, I do have Oranda goldfish in there right now. Yeah, and so they're doing great, and I still want to do some guppies, but I got to take them out. Now that I have a place to put them during the cold season, I can scoop them out. because the water out there consistently stays, even though the water or the weather drops, it stays about like 62
That's awesome.
to 65 degrees because of the heater that I have in there and whatnot. So, yeah, it's neat. It's neat that I turned that into I guess an outdoor pond, so to speak. And so I know my neighbors just think I'm crazy because I'm out there talking to myself with my phone, and I'm like, looking down, and they're probably like, "What is he doing to that water fountain out there?" He's looking down in it. I do water changes. The water changes, that's the fun part. That's easy. You just overfill that thing and let it just overflow, and fill it up, and add some prime, and then I'm trying to work on something. I know I'll probably get like a little shop vac to like vacuum out the bottom of it. That's real simple. So I got to do something like that though.
How often are you feeding your cichlids earthworms?
Oh, yes, that was solid. Thank God I didn't have to eat one because I was grossing myself out for a while. I was like, oh, I don't know if I could do that, man. I'm gonna lose it on camera if I have to do that. I do it maybe once a week. There's so many earthworms in my planter box. I just go there and dig them up, and they love them. It's kind of fun. The boys love them. They love seeing them just stretch them out and snap them, and they're just going nuts. And so, once a week, the live earthworm feeding of the African cichlids is what we do here. So,
well, I've been to Napa Valley. I think that's the closest I've been to Sacramento. What is that, like an hour?
Yeah, it's about an hour and 20 minutes from me, Napa, hour and 15.
Well, if I ever get down there again, I'm gonna have to check out Tiki Falls for sure.
Hit me up. We'll barbecue, man. I'll make my world famous teriyaki steaks, man. We'll do it big.
Man. For sure.
Hey, serious. This is no joke. Like for reals. Like
man, for sure.
Come to the house. Bring wifey. Bring the kids, and we'll barbecue, man. We'll hang out for sure.
Let's do it, man. We'll have a couple beers and talk about some fish.
More than a couple. Yeah, we'll go.
For sure. Right?
You bring your camera. I'll bring my camera.
We'll do it.
We'll collabo. We'll do a collabo.
For sure we will, man. Hey, I just want to thank everybody who came in today and hung out with us tonight. We're on a different night and a different time, a little later, especially for you East Coast folks. Thank you so much for coming out. Thank you for the moderators. Thank you for the super chats today. That was unbelievable, everyone. Thank you very much. Mel, I just want to say thanks, man. The Hawaiian Peacock. If you haven't checked out his channel by the end of this, please check out the Hawaiian Peacock. A great dude. You're going to love him. Please check out his channel. I've seen the link a few times in the chat. I know Candy's posted it a few times. Thank you so much. Thanks, everybody. We've got some heavy hitters next month, guys. Mel, what do you got? What do you got upcoming for videos?
What do I got coming up for videos? We're going to do that pond, the Tiki Falls, a reconstruction of the falls. Yeah. That's going to be one that's going to be coming up here soon. And let's see here. What do I got in the database? We're going to go to pick up a Ron at the LFS. Baby.
Oh,
hey, I'm not joking. No, we are, though. That's going to be one of the next videos coming up here, man.
Cool, man. Awesome.
Yeah, so that's what we got going on. But, yeah, thanks to everybody in the chat. I appreciate the love and support. And thank you guys,
Everyone's been great. We've got actually, it was mentioned earlier in the chat today. We do have IFGs coming on March 20th.
Oh, nice.
Next week we are back at our regular time, Wednesday, 7 o'clock. We have got Rob from Flip Aquatics. He will be joining us next week. Can't wait. Thanks, everybody. We got March is booked solid, and they're all great guests, just like the one that we had tonight. So thanks, everybody. And join me next week for another edition of Friday Fish Facts.
Much love and